Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome back to another Aurora Zoo episode. And this is a very special, exciting episode because we are building a king penguin habitat. Yes, Frontier was kind enough to give me early access to the Aquatic pack, and I could not wait to jump in and start building a habitat for the king penguins. At the start of the video, you might have saw I deleted like some fencing and stuff. That was actually, we did that on stream after the Aquatic pack was announced. We did like a little fake like under construction area. So I just deleted all that. And yeah, so I wanted to do like this really big kind of mountain kind of thing in the middle, surrounded by a bunch of water. And then of course with the new deep water swimming mechanic, I wanted to have like a really big pool on the other side that's also gonna have a underwater viewing area for the guests. So it has all these different angles. The habitat is built like kind of on the corner in between two paths. So tons of viewing areas from like up above. And then, as I said, the guests can go underneath and watch the penguins swimming around, which if you haven't watched my Aquatic pack first look video, definitely recommend checking it out if you want to kind of see everything that is in the pack. But of course, as time goes on, we're going to be adding all of the animals into Aurora Zoo, and I will be making videos for those as well. But here I'm actually adding, there's a new barrier type that has kind of like a fun aquatic theme and is meant for I believe it's meant for using with the, kind of a more deep water, underwater viewing, because it's got very thick glass. But it's really cool. I like it. It has like a really cool kind of bronzy, maybe it's copper kind of bar going across the top. But yeah, so here I'm just building the actual underwater viewing area, and you can see it right there, as well as the new path type available, which is a cool kind of, looks kind of like water. It's very cool. I liked it a lot. And then quick cut back to the habitat itself. Making a little bridge here for the not only the staff, but for the penguins, as the staff bring them into the habitat using the new, these are actually new rocks. They're faux rocks, and they are flexi color, which is amazing. They're actually like a default kind of like light brown color, but I colored them like a whitish dark gray. They kind of look like a dirty, almost kind of like a dirty snow kind of look, but I really wanted to emphasize the kind of coldness, I guess, of like a penguin habitat. So I'm using these rocks all around the habitat, as you can see, and then just kind of filling in some gaps. And these rocks, I'm going to be using these rocks so freaking much. They are so cool. This right here is actually one of them too. They're like little steps, like little fake rock steps. So yeah, these rocks are going to be probably my new favorite, besides the animals, my new favorite thing in the game, because they're not just like the current rocks we have now, just flexi color. They are completely new rocks, and very, very excited about that. But I wanted to make like a bunch of fun little like, I don't want to say like climbing areas, because penguins don't climb, but walkable areas for the penguins utilizing these new rocks. So coming off of the middle of the mountain there, which is also doubling as their shelter, just adding a bunch of those rocks for them to walk around. And then here I'm adding some of the enrichment items. You just saw there's some of the platforms you can put on. They'll actually swim up to those and kind of chill out on them if they want to. And again, just placing more of these rocks around, because like I said, I really wanted to emphasize the way that they look and the way the habitat looks, and also just giving plenty of places for the penguins to have access to the water, because obviously that's what this pack is all about. That's what these animals are all about. The emphasis is on the water and them swimming around. So yeah, we got lots of places for them to be able to get into the water. But I think this pretty much does it for the time lapse. So let's jump into the real-time gameplay. All right, and here we are, is our completed penguin habitat. I'm actually officially calling it the penguin house. But instead of the like coming soon sign we had here, I added this fancy new like little penguin statue thing going on, and just to also showcase some of the new stuff like new signage, new metal penguin statues, and just looks super good. You can also see some of the new lights here, which I also placed all along the outside of the barrier. And oh, got a protester he's leaving. Also made this fun little education board here, which I placed at several points around the outside of the habitat. Again, you can also see some of the new penguin signs. But if we take a look, here is the outside of the habitat, and man, I freaking love it. I love these new rocks so much. And so you can see I added them all throughout, giving them lots of places to walk around. And oh my god, we already have baby penguins. Look at them. Look at the baby penguins. I can't take it. I can't freaking take it. Also, I love the way the penguins sound. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, he's looking. He's got his arms up. He's looking. He's going somewhere. Oh my gosh. The penguins, they're too much, you guys. They're too much. We got another baby there. But yeah, so just lots of like places for them to climb around. I wanted to kind of build this up right here, right in the corner, so maybe they would get a little bit closer to the guests right there. You can also see here some of the new plants as well. And then I really like this as well because we have back here is where the really deep water is, but then it also just connects to this more like kind of shallow water over here. And here's their little shelter. You can see a whole lot of them congregating over here. It's so... This one, he's like playing soccer with the rubber ducky. Oh, it's too much. And then here's the other part. So here's the staff door, and as you can see, just made a bridge over the water right there, so everyone has access to the habitat. Here's some of the new enrichment items, the new platforms. Again, they will actually swim up here and walk in here. I don't know, the penguins maybe don't use these as much as like the seals or the otters, but they definitely do this. And then if we go underwater, so here's one of the new underwater feeders, which looks like it needs changed out. And again, some more of the new underwater foliage. You can see like over right here is like the new underwater bubble effects, which are really nice. I also added like some of the lights down here because I figured that would give it like a really cool look at nighttime. I think that looks pretty sweet. Right? That looks super sweet. So then we head back out. So as you can see, like I said, there's lots of viewing areas. The habitat goes right up to the path, which I think is really cool. I also originally, I wasn't gonna have the barrier visible. I was just gonna use the rocks as the barrier, but I actually kind of rather like it with it just kind of sticking up a little bit. I think it just adds like an extra touch of realism. Like I feel like a zoo would probably have an extra level of security there, just an extra railing to make sure guests don't try to jump over or fall over, because both are totally possible probably. So yeah, that's the outside of the habitat, which I think it turned out so good. I'm so freaking happy about it. Oh, here comes one of the baby penguins. Oh, look how fluffy. Look how fluffy. And if we make our way here, so this is the actual penguin house, and we have some new sign fonts, so I decided to use them here. This is one of them up here. These down here are the base game ones we've had, so this is one of the new fonts, but there's actually a bunch of new fonts. Then decided to make like a little extra sign here, let people know like, hey, underwater viewing this way. Added the penguin house sign on this side as well. And again, did lots with the lighting so the signs are nicely lit up so people can see them at nighttime. One of the things I also did out here is I took these new lights. So these lights are flexi color. And what I did is I colored them blue and sunk them into these rocks. So at nighttime, it gives the rocks like a really cool kind of icy blue glow to them. I thought that was super rad. Like it makes it look like the rocks are kind of glowing blue. I don't know. I just thought that was really cool, and it was a nice extra little touch. If you happen to be at the zoo at nighttime, you get to experience that. Yeah, so we walk into the penguin house. We're greeted with another set of penguin statues. And then we have a long corridor down here. And it's a little bare in this area, but it was kind of intentional because the guests, this is really just a way for the guests to get down here. But the viewing area's got a little bit more detail to it. Again, another education board. These are also new lights. You can also see new benches and new trash bins as well. If we look, we can see, so there's the underwater viewing area. There's a penguin right now. He's swimming around. He's darting around. They move so fast. They're so fun to watch. Look at these guys. Look at them darting around. They're having so much fun. And one of the best things about this too is the fact that I love how they actually do swim around. You know, it's not like they just swim on the surface and dive down like when they're going to like the underwater feeder. No, they just swim around the whole time, and it's so much fun. The animation is so amazing. They really nailed just everything about these animals and the way they move and the way they swim. I can't praise this pack enough. I've said this a bunch already, but this is the first pack where I'm more excited about the animals than I am like the building pieces, because it's the Frontier really truly outdid themselves. So this is not like an advertisement, but sincerely, if you're on the fence about getting this pack, I would recommend this pack above the other packs that are currently out there, because it's so good. Another small update that we haven't finished yet is we actually did this on stream, but we actually started the southern cassowary habitat, and I had them in here, but I actually put them back in the trading center because with like having to unpause and pause the game all the time, their welfare was dropping, and I didn't want that to happen. So I just kept putting them back in the trade center until we're ready to continue building this. But I don't know when we'll get to it, because with the aquatic pack, as I mentioned in the last video, so the rest of the aquatic animals, they're gonna go here in our aquatic area. And so this is what we're gonna be working on for the next little while. As you guys know, I do stream Planet Zoo every Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you would like to see us building in this live and hang out, it's a ton of fun. We would love to have you. But of course, if you can't join us, I will still be making these videos. And I love the penguins. The penguin was like, nope, I'm gonna walk over here. It's so fun watching them. I'm so excited. And if you're watching this video on the day this released, I'm actually going to be streaming over on my Twitch channel on the same day. So if you're watching this like in the morning, chances are I might be live on Twitch right now. But I love how they'll still even go swimming, even like in the little shallow water. It's so much fun. And then it's like they just come over from the shallow water, and now they're in the deep pool, and he's ready to go diving down if he wants to. There he goes. Oh, they're like so majestic. I could literally just watch this for hours. It is so just calming And look at him eating the fish, you guys. He's eating the fish. That's the other thing. It's not like they just swim through the fish and they're suddenly not hungry anymore. Like, there's an actual animation of them catching the fish and eating it. Like, how awesome is that? All right, well, I think I'm done gushing for this episode. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you're excited about this pack, or, you know, if you're gonna get it, what are the first animals you're gonna build habitats for? Because I want to know all about it. And yeah, so as always, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.